Let me talk about something essential, something uncomfortable: failure. Now, we live in a world that's obsessed with success. Everywhere you look, it's success stories, achievements, and accolades. And it's no wonder why so many of us fear failure. But if you're afraid of failing, you're going to miss some of the most critical lessons life has to offer. You need to learn how to fail properly, because if you're going to aim at something meaningful, at something high, you're going to fail. And that is not a bad thing. Failure is part of the process. Every time you fail, every time you fall, every time you make mistakes, what happens? You have an opportunity to reflect, to learn, and to adjust. Grind, fail, reflect, learn, then repeat. That is the cycle. Every time you go through it, you come out just a little bit wiser, a little bit stronger, a little bit closer to your goal. You can't be afraid of failure because it's how you grow. Now let me tell you about something. If you want to do anything worthwhile in your life, you need to become someone who is capable of standing up after being knocked down. You want to be dangerous in this world. Not reckless, not harmful, but dangerous. You need to become a monster and learn how to control it. The goal isn't to be harmless, to tiptoe around the failure or avoid it because you're scared. The goal is to have the courage to confront failure, wrestle with it, and grow from it. You might think, oh, I'll wait until I feel motivated, then I'll start. Wrong. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. If you wait for it, you'll never start. Instead, start with anything. Start with whatever that comes into your mind. But just start. You need to act despite fear, despite failure, despite a lack of motivation. Now here's a story about one of the 12 rules for life by Jordan Peterson. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. We live in an age where comparison is destroying people's confidence. You look at someone else's life, their achievements, their success, and what do you feel? Inadequate. But you don't know their full story. You don't know what battles they fought, what failures they endured. You only see their highlights, but you know your struggles intimately. So don't compare yourself to someone else's highlights reel. It's a recipe for misery. Instead, focus on you, on who you were yesterday, and on how you can be a little bit better today. Did you fail today? Good. Reflect on it. Did you take a step forward, no matter how small? Good. Keep going. You're not in a competition with the world. You're in competition with your former self. That's the only comparison that matters. Listen, when you fail, you're not broken. You're in progress. Failure isn't an end point. It's a necessary step in the journey to become better. You've got to be willing to confront your weaknesses, to make mistakes, and to take risks. Because if you stay safe, if you stay conservative and harmless, you'll never go into the person you could be. Another rule by the 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. This is about responsibility. Life is hard. It's full of suffering. But don't shrink away from it. No. You face it head on. And part of that is confronting failures without letting it crush you. Stand up. Even when life knocks you down, especially then, because every time you stand up after falling, you become a little stronger. Every time you fail, you reflect, you learn. So what do you need to do? You need to stop waiting for motivation. You need to stop comparing yourself to others. You need to fail. And when you fail, grind. When you grind, reflect. And when you reflect, learn. And when you learn, you try again. Grind, fail, reflect, learn, and repeat. You've got to become dangerous. Dangerous enough to challenge yourself, to take risk, to fail, and to get back up. Don't be harmless. Be a monster. And then learn to control it.